What's going on, everybody? I am back with another Prize Picks MLB player props video. This one going to be breaking it down, giving you guys 5 picks to get you win some money over here on Prize Picks. As always, guys, we went 4-1 yesterday with Sandoval getting the hook. He needed one more out in that inning to get the quality start, and he would have hit the over. He looked like he was cruising on his way, racking up the strikeouts. And then, of course, 5.2 innings pitch. He started to go downhill in the 5th. Got pulled. Really unfortunate, but we've gone 4-1 in back-to-back videos. We are officially on an 8-2 run. Absolutely killing it. And if you're mixing and matching these picks, you should be very, very profitable. So hopefully you're mixing and matching. If you were going for the 5-man, you would have doubled your money twice there as well. So that's always positive. Just giving you these 5 picks because that's the most amount you can place in a ticket, and I'm trying to provide you with the most amount of value possible over here on Prize Picks, guys. If you enjoy the content, would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Like goal is going to be 200 likes. We're on an 8-2 run. We're killing it. A lot of people should be making a lot of money. There's a lot more than 200 people that watch these videos. There is no excuse, and I know a lot, like 50% of people aren't subscribed to the channel as well. I have to check the analytics. It's been a while since I've checked that margin, but a lot of people watching that aren't subscribed. So it takes 2 seconds. It really does help me out. I work really hard on these videos to give you guys picks, and it's free. And if you are getting very serious, I do offer premium content packages. Would highly recommend you check these out, guys. We've been making an absolute killing in the VIP package. I do offer Underdog MLB, Prize Picks MLB, Underdog WNBA, Prize Pick WNBA. And like I said, the VIP package, if you're looking to get access to all of my picks, all of my tickets for all apps, it's a lot more than Prize Picks. We're making a lot of money, finding the best value, value hunting late at night. I'm putting in a lot of hours. You're getting a very, very good value on this for the amount of hours I put in the profit you're making. I know I just had a few members join yesterday, and I know they made all of their money back one day already as far as what they invested in then some. So it's really that simple. A lot of value going on in there. Would love to have you join the first of the month. I'm going to be launching that. I'll have this a little bit more updated to describe exactly what it offers, but I'm just telling you right now, just on the page, I need to update this a little bit. Include the other apps on this so you kind of have a visual. But a lot of good things going on with that VIP package. Would highly recommend you check it out. Really excited about it. Great community over there. We're grinding. We're making a lot of money, and I would love to have some more people in there to help out, because that is a top priority of mine on this channel moving forward. I'm going to really put a lot of effort into that package because there are certain things that I cannot catch. It takes some time to edit, record, upload these videos, get all these picks out to you. And oftentimes the edge is when the board is first launched before the lines are adjusted. So I can only do so much. That's where that package comes into play. And if you haven't signed up for Prize Picks, use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100. Lock in these picks, start winning some money, get that free money offer. Let's talk about it. Let's go game by game as we always do, guys. And the first game I'm going to talk about is going to be the New York Mets taking on the Miami Marlins. And I want to talk about Carlos Carrasco because he gets to take on Miami in Miami, one of the best pitching environments in baseball. Miami also not exactly the most skilled offense in the world, especially now that Jazz Chisholm has been shelved for quite some time. You can see a lot of red going on in Marlins Park. From a pitching environment aspect, it is fantastic. From a hitting environment aspect, not so fun. So we definitely do like to target some pitchers here. When you're looking at Carlos Carrasco's numbers across the board, he has been fantastic. He's got a 3.67 SIERA, 23% K rate overall, 12.8% swinging strike rate, really good ground ball, fly ball stuff, good hard contact stuff. He has a 21.3% K rate against righties and a 24.9% K rate against lefties. I guess you could make an argument that he has a little bit of an issue against those left-handed bats as far as the hard contact and the slugging, but once again, in a stadium like Miami, I'm not really too worried about it. That should mitigate the risk as far as giving up too many home runs would be my guess. The Marlins only have a 3.35 implied total. The Mets are a 193 favorite, so the Vegas lines indicating Vegas is expecting the Mets to get a win here. They're expecting Carrasco to have a pretty good outing. When you're looking at Carrasco's leash, that is also really, really good. He's going to throw a lot of pitches, go deep in the ball games, get a lot of strikeouts. 92, 90, 92, 102 pitches, 1, 2, 3, 4 games. So he's right around 90 to 100 pitches. You look at the strikeouts, 8, 5, 6, 1 respectively. And then the earned runs, 1, 2, 0, 0. So the guy's been really good. The metrics support it. And lastly, the opponent as far as strikeouts. The Miami Marlins, obviously the strikeouts are going to add to fantasy score, which is what we're going to be targeting with him. Starting from the bottom up with Stallings as far as his K rate, 24, 28, 23, 11, 30, 23, 30, 26, 30, 21, and 9. So a lot of strikeouts in this lineup. Not a lot of power either. Not a lot of threat in a great pitching environment. I think Carlos Carrasco goes 6+ innings here. Has a really great performance. Gets a lot of strikeouts along the way, and if he does check all those boxes, his fantasy score should be looking pretty friendly. And I do think he gets the win as well, with the Mets expected to give him some run support. So Pick number 1, we're going to be rocking with the over 36.5 fantasy score for Carlos Carrasco. I think this is a nice discount. Getting him at 36.5. A lot of times when pitchers are heavy favorites against weak opponents, they've been ramping these lines up to like 38.5. So 36.5, I think there's nice value here. We'll take the over here for Carlos Carrasco. Pick number 1. Pick number 2, we're going to be heading down to the Houston Astros, taking on the Seattle Mariners. We're going to talk about another very talented pitcher in Framber Valdez. The guy is fantastic, all-star of this year. He's a 3.33 SIERA, 22.1% carried overall with a 10.5% swinging strike rate. But where he really shines is the ground ball, fly ball, hard contact stuff. Really, really good stuff there. 21.8% K rate against righties and a 23.5% K rate against lefties. You could see only giving up a 302 slugging to righties, a 243 slugging to lefties. And only a 14.2% fly ball rate against righties and a 15.4% fly balls against lefties. And that is ridiculously impressive. Really reliant on the sinker, getting weak contact on the ground. Astros are a massive favorite, 204 favorite, and also a guy with a very long leash. You're looking at Framber Valdez as far as how many pitches he'll throw. 102, 96, 96, 102, 97. You look at the innings he's gone, 8-6, 8-6, 6.2. You get that quality start if he goes 6 innings or more. Allow 3 earned runs or less, and then the strikeouts are a nice little cherry on top. 5, 13, 3, 6, 8 the last 2 times out. He just barely faced this Seattle opponent. He went 6.2 innings, 8 strikeouts, 3 earned runs, 102 pitches, and he picked up a win. So you would have been pretty happy with that outside of the 3 earned runs. Obviously, if you can keep those to a minimum, that would be ideal. But I think he does in this one. I like the over 37.5 fantasy score here for Framber Valdez. I think he gets the win, all those bonuses we're looking for with a pitcher fantasy score. And in a really good spot. And then lastly, the Seattle Mariners lineup, as far as their strikeout rates are concerned, always something we want to look at. I know Framber isn't exactly the highest strikeout guy, but starting from the bottom up with this Mariners lineup, there are some high strikeout guys throughout it against left-handed pitching. Dylan Moore at the bottom, 30%, 13, 34, 16, 29, 6, 28, 14, and 33 at the top with Rodriguez. So kind of an every other high strikeout, low strikeout guy, high strikeout, low strikeout, high strikeout, low strikeout. But with the ability to limit the hard contact, with the ability to keep the ball on the ground, and with the ability to rack up some Ks along the way, Framber Valdez is in a really good spot here, not to mention his team's expected to put up a lot of runs against Chris Flexen. So, like the over 37.5 fantasy score here for Framber Valdez. Once again, I like the discount. I feel like 38.5 would be kind of typically where they would put him at. 39.5, they try to kind of put it up towards 40. 37.5, I'll gladly take for Framber Valdez. Pick number 2. Pick number 3, we're going to be headed down to the Philadelphia Phillies, taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. And we're going to talk about Ranger Suarez because he gets one of the easiest opponents you could ask for in the Pittsburgh Pirates in PNC Park as well. Big ballpark upgrade for him coming from Philly. PNC plays much friendlier as far as a pitching environment is concerned. You can see a lot of red going on out there in PNC. Not exactly the best hitting environment, definitely a good pitching environment, which is not the case in Philadelphia. So Suarez is going to get a nice pitching ballpark upgrade. You're looking at his stats across the board. He's got an 18.8% K rate overall. Really not the greatest swinging strike stuff, but he does a good job of limiting the hard contact and ground balls. Kind of similar to Framber Valdez. Obviously not as elite as Framber Valdez, but same pitcher. He's a lefty, sinker baller. Limits the hard contact. Only gives it a 329 slugging to righties. 424 slugging to righties. I'm sorry, a 424 slugging to righties and a 329 slugging to lefties. He's got an 18.9% K rate against righties and an 18.5% K rate against lefties as well, which is really respectable when it comes to factoring in the opponent. I mean, the Pirates strike out a ton. Pushing a 20% K rate is plenty enough to rack up a few strikeouts against this Pittsburgh Pirates lineup. You're looking at their lineup up and down, starting from the bottom up with delay. 21% for him, 37 for Tsugo, 55, 27, 31, 31, 11, 16, and 6. So at the top of the lineup, Brian Hayes, Greg Allen, and Kevin Newman, they've made an effort to kind of limit the strikeouts at the top of the lineup. But then once you get down past them, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it gets pretty ugly really quick. And once again, not a lot of power throughout this Pirates lineup. It's a great pitching ballpark, and Suarez does a good job of keeping the ball on the ground. You're looking at his leash as well. The last couple games, he's been a little bit limited in his pitch count. I kind of think that climbs up in this one. I kind of think this is a perfect storm as far as attacking him at this game, because I think the pitch count climbs up. I think he gets a great opponent here as well. He's climbed from 64 to 78 last time out, kind of working his pitch count up the last 2 times out. He's got pulled early, but you look earlier in the season, 110, 94, 94, 88, 92, consistently pitching 90-plus pitches. So I think they gave him a little bit of a break on the pitch count. They're trying to ramp it back up here for him. 78 last time. I could expect 90-plus in this matchup against the Pirates. Lots of strikeouts, and I do think he goes 6-plus innings. So not to mention, even if he doesn't, with where the line is set over here on Prizepicks, it's a pretty friendly line for Suarez's fantasy score, and he's a 152 favorite, so you can always get that win bonus as well. So pick number 3, we're going to be rocking with the over 33.5 fantasy score here for Ranger Suarez. Once again, 33.5 is a pretty nice discount for taking on an opponent like the Pittsburgh Pirates, so we will take advantage of that. Suarez, I think he has a nice outing here. Pick number 3. Pick number 4, we're going to be going to another guy in a fantastic matchup. Well, kind of more of a talent thing as well. It's Joe Musgrove. The guy's fantastic. He just signed a big contract, and deservingly so, because he has a 3.46 SIERA, 24.4% K rate overall, with an 11.3% swing strike rate, 23% K rate against righties, and a 25.5% K rate against lefties. So really, really good ground ball, fly ball stuff, hard contact stuff. He's also in a great pitching environment in San Diego. Pulling up the ballpark diagram as far as San Diego is concerned. You can see Petco Park, a lot of red and yellow. Not a good hitting environment. Definitely a good pitching environment, though. So good things for Joe Musgrove. He also is a 134 favorite in this game. And once again, a guy where his fantasy score line is set, I don't even think he really needs the win, so I'll gladly take the discount. And then Minnesota strikes out a ton. So he's got a lot of strikeout upside here as well. Starting from the bottom up with Sanchez, 25, 28, 23, 24, 23, 16, 29, 21, and 8. So really only one low strikeout guy at the top of the lineup with Luis Arias. Then you get past that, a lot of strikeouts. Musgrove does a good job eliminating the hard contact. Only 75 degrees in San Diego as well, which is a pretty good pitching environment compared to some of the other spots we've talked about, where it's 80 degrees in Pittsburgh. I mean, Miami's a dome, so that's a nice spot for sure. Houston dome, nice spot for sure. Not sure if they're going to have the roof open or anything. I think I got an alert, but that was yesterday about having the roof open. So, once again, great pitching environment. Musgrove, long leash, a lot of strikeouts. He's an elite talent. The fact that his line's this low at 36.5, I don't really quite get it. I'll take the over 36.5 fantasy score for him. You look at the leash as well. Obviously, we need him to go deep into the ball game. That's something that we're always going to look at for Mr. Musgrove. And he's got a long leash, 89, 89, 88, 95, 98. He'll typically go right around 90 pitches, 90 plus. Has struggled the last two outings against the Mets in Colorado. 5 earned runs, 4 earned runs. It's a great bounce back spot against a Minnesota squad with a lot of swings and misses in their lineup in San Diego. I think he goes out there and gets back to Joe Musgrove style. So especially after signing that big contract with the big money, I think he's got to be feeling good. Not to mention he's just got to be mad giving up, the amount of runs he's given up the last two outings. Wants to go out there with a little bit of vengeance and put up a good start here. Like the over 36.5 fantasy score for Joe Musgrove, pick number 4. And pick number 5, we have another fantastic matchup with the guy with the long leash. It's going to be Johnny Cueto taking on the Oakland Athletics in Chicago with 10-mile-an-hour winds blowing straight in at 78 degrees. This is fantastic pitching weather. The ball is going to have a very difficult time carrying here today. Looking at the diagram as far as guaranteed rate field, you can see not exactly the best hitting environment either, but it does play friendly to home runs. Is a pretty good home run ballpark, and you add in that 10-mile-an-hour winds blowing in. That's a big help for Johnny Cueto when he gets to take on an Oakland Athletics team that's been dreadful against right-handed pitching all season long. One of the worst teams in the league. They really don't have a lot of talent. Looking at the strikeout rates for these Oakland Athletics, starting from the bottom up, as we always do with Bolt, 25, 32, 14, 35, 27, 24, 22, 11, and 17 at the top. And Johnny Cueto's not exactly a most elite K guy, but he does have a very long leash. He is a ground ball guy, similar to what we just talked about with a lot of these guys, with Framber Valdez, with Ranger Suarez. He's kind of the right-handed version of those guys. Same thing. He's a sinker baller that keeps the ball on the ground, pitches the hard contact, has a long leash. 17.7% K rate overall with only a 7.4% swinging strike rate. But he does only have a 4.7% walk rate against righties, 9% walk rate against lefties, which is a little bit less than ideal. You see the numbers are a little bit underwhelming. But a lot of that has to do with the fact that he's just a ground ball guy. So if there's hard contact against a more talented offense, he can get himself in trouble. The Athletics really aren't the most talented offense. And then the pitch count's really where I'm intrigued here. The upside's massive for Cueto in this matchup. 93, 118, 101, 93, 97 pitches, 104. You can see the innings pitched 6, 6, 8, 6, 7. You add in the leash, the matchup, and the K upside for a guy that typically doesn't get a lot of strikeouts. I think the A's are going to kind of hand him over a few strikeouts, so it's a perfect combination. And then the weather, 10-mile-an-hour winds blowing in, 78 degrees, that's fantastic. So, and a 173 favorite, I do think he gets the win. So pick number 5, we will be rocking with the over 33.5 fantasy score here for Johnny Cueto, similar to Ranger Suarez. I mean, not the most talented, but a really good matchup, good ground ball, fly ball stuff, and a nice tick up in strikeouts for the matchup. I think that both these guys could have a higher strikeout game than we typically see out of them. So pick number 5, we're going with the over 33.5 pitcher fantasy score for Johnny Cueto, and that is my 5 picks to get you winning some money over here in the MLB on Prizepicks today, guys. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Like goes 200 likes. Let's get up to that. Let's stay hot on this hot streak. If you haven't signed up for Prizepicks, sign up today. Use that promo code KJK DFS. And if you haven't signed up for the premium content, make sure you sign up first of the month for the VIP. Ideally, if you want just one sport and you just play one site, you can get a cheaper package. If you just play Prizepicks and you just want the Prizepicks MLB, that is also an option. But if you want access to all picks, all apps, the top edge, researching, upgrading, I said in this big ticket before I release it to the public, so if there's any bumps, you don't have to deal with that. Check out the VIP package. Best of luck on your Prizepicks MLB props today, and we will see you in the next one.